The alarm was ear-splitting. I mean, obviously, it was designed to ensure we'd wake up in the event that it triggered. But hearing it for the first time while sleeping was jarring. I bolted upright and looked over to see the expression on my wife's face. Her eyes wide and lips pressed tightly together. I leaned over to the nightstand and pulled my pistol from the top drawer. I emptied the box of bullets into the drawer and quickly loaded them into the revolver. I needed to be prepared for whatever set off the alarm. I laughed when I returned upstairs to my wife, and I explained that the wind had popped the door to the garage open and set off the alarm. Luckily, I'd been able to type in the code before it called the police. I reassured her that I checked every room for intruders. She was still a little shaky, so I gently pulled her into me. We stood there silent for a few moments, my hands running through the hair on the back of her head. Once I felt her heart return to its normal pattern, I insisted that we get some much-needed sleep. Of course, with all the commotion, it was hard to actually fall asleep. So instead, we lay in bed talking. We joked about how loud the alarm was and how the kids didn't even wake up. She also mentioned that she didn't think the pest control service that I hired last month was working anymore, because she could still hear noises coming from the garage. I promised that I would take care of it. Eventually, the conversation trailed off, and I could hear the shallow rise and fall of my wife's breath. I realized that after what had happened tonight, I needed to take some extra precautions. I couldn't risk putting my family in jeopardy. I mean, can you imagine if one of the kids came down during something like that? I shuddered just thinking of what I'd have to do. Tomorrow, once everyone leaves for school and work, I'll come up with a better plan. This night could have ended badly. Luckily, the attic entrance is so high off the ground in the garage that she broke both of her legs when she found a way to break off the lock. I'm also fortunate that the gag remained in place. I'm guessing that in her weakened state, she leaned on the door to the garage while trying to reach the garage opener. That door never latches closed very well, and my wife's been bugging me to fix it. Her injury was quite a relief though, because using the revolver would have brought up some questions from my wife, or even worse, brought the police. It was much easier to take care of it silently when she couldn't even stand. Yes, tomorrow I'll start working on a more secure plan. I already have a replacement in mind. And well, you never can be too careful.